Bye. Oh, talk to my dog. We back. What's going on, Goodfellas Sports TV? Told you guys earlier this morning we're gonna come back with a boxing stream this morning to this evening. Obviously, fully unprepared to come on and go live. Um, hold on. Get comfortable. Okay, we comfortable. We good. We just gotta get Miles to lay. Lay down. Lay down. Lay. There we go. There we go. Lay down. Go ahead. There you go. All right, we good, man. We back in this thing. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings to everybody out there. Hopefully, a New Year's kicked off good. If it hasn't, we still got 300 some days to get it right. All right. We here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, me and Miles just kicking it today, man. But let's talk about AB. Adrien Broner gonna lose to Pacquiao. Fooling you niggas once again. AB always bullshitting. Heard he like ass booty. But yeah, man, let's talk about Adrien Broner. Let me know where y'all from as you slide in the building. Let me know where y'all from. You know, I hate people that come in here and don't want to say nothing, don't want to comment. Let me know. I know a lot of people watch my videos but don't subscribe, and it's cool. I don't knock you. I don't knock you at all. We're gonna talk about Uzcategui and Caleb Plant. I haven't went live about that fight. I dropped a prediction video. That prediction video is in the archive. I did it Monday. So something to look out for. Okay. And Go Flow is going on. I'm going for Adrien Broner. Hoax gotta be on them. Yeah. You know, Adrien Broner is saying it only takes one punch. I've seen a few brothers do videos about that. Like I said, I've been done with Adrien Broner since the Sean Porter fight. You know, the Madonna fight, you know, Madonna gave Floyd two good ass fights. Zulu Immortal, what's going on? Madonna gave Floyd two good ass fights. Two really good fights. So I was like, you know what? Even the older Floyd, if he had problems with Madonna, you know, why shouldn't Adrien Broner have problems? So I was like, you know what? Adrien Broner can get together versus Sean Porter. It didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen. James Jones, salute. You know, so, you know, then he got beat up by Mikey. I was done with him after the Sean Porter fight. You know what I'm saying? And that Sean Porter fight, he didn't even get credit for beating Adrien Broner. The reason he didn't get credit because it was a clear victory, but it was nasty, it was sloppy. And for whatever reason, that fight didn't have a buzz that we all thought it should. And maybe it was because it was on NBC or something like that. Or I don't think it was because it was on NBC. It's because it was forgettable. And nobody goes back and watch Sean Porter versus Adrien Broner willingly. Even if you watch YouTube and somehow that fight's on YouTube and they autoplay that, you know, if you go on YouTube and you play a fight, it'll autoplay classic fights behind it back to back. I do it quite often. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just sitting chilling, or I might be editing or chopping up a video, I might be doing a live, and I may be watching a classic fight or a fight, classic fight or an old fight, and I just let HBO pretty much be the pilot and just take me where I need to go. So that's just pretty much how I pretty much play it, you know, with YouTube, especially watching older fights and soaking up game. But like I said before, Adrien Broner will no longer trick me. Now, if he just somehow wins a fight he ain't supposed to, well, he was due. But he believes his own hype. I don't believe in his corner. I don't believe in his skills. I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe focus or unfocus, it matters. Okay? Adrien Broner always do that shit, bro. Adrien Broner always, he remind me of Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford always, when the pressure's off of Matt Stafford and the game is out of reach, Stafford when he plays with no monkey on his back, with no pressure on it, Stafford tends to put money in the bank. When it don't matter, he puts stats up that don't matter. He puts stats up in trash can time. That's Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner looked good versus Madonna the last few rounds, and he'll rally to keep his fans saying, if I could fight like that for 12 rounds, you never know. I could beat anybody. Man, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Sean Porter. He lost. Obviously lost. Some people think he lost to Paulie. Adrien Broner just not that good, bro. Adrien Broner is a C-level fighter. At 135, he was a B+ fighter, or good B fighter, depending on who you ask. But you really gonna let him finesse y'all and and fight Pacquiao. And what y'all think? Well, I mean, what's the train of thought on people who think Broner gonna win? What's the train of thought? Is it that Jeff Horn did it? Jeff Horn beat the hell out of Adrien Broner, bro. Real talk. It's hard for niggas to believe that, but Jeff Horn beat the hell out of Adrien Broner. Real talk. He beat the hell out of Adrien Broner. Lawrence, what's going on? Good video on Love and David Benavidez. That's a massacre. You know. So what's the train of thought of? Well, man, I mean, I want to know who picking Broner. Who picking Broner? I just want to know. Who's picking Adrien Broner to beat Manny Pacquiao? I want to just, you know, scope your brain. You know, I just want to, you know, I just want to know. I mean, what makes you think Adrien Broner gonna beat Pacquiao? Pacquiao, 40 years old. Okay. It don't matter if Adrien Broner focused or unfocused. It don't matter. He don't have a skill level to beat Pacquiao. I'm not saying Pacquiao was the alien, Bernard Hopkins getting older, but real talk. I mean, yeah, I mean, all right, let's start off in basics. That's a Golden Glove salute. Let's start off in basics, bro. All right, let's start off in basics. What did okay, and now hold on. You bet not. Sit your ass down. Sorry. All right. What did Kevin Cunningham teach? What did Kevin Cunningham change about Adrien Broner? Okay. I'm really gonna interact with the chat. I disagree. No. Sit down. Hold on, y'all. Sit down. He says, to chase the coin. I disagree. He has the skills if he shows up. And no, it's not. I'm tired of saying that. No offense to you, but I'm tired of hearing if Adrien Broner shows up or not. If Adrien Broner, no, he don't show up. Tell me the last fight, the last complete fight Adrien Broner fought that really was on a good level was Antonio DeMarco. Y'all been saying, oh, focus. Broner don't have the skills. I've been saying that since the Mikey Garcia fight. He don't have the skills. He don't have the skills. What skills do AB have? None. He don't have no skills. He can't counterpunch. He do the fake shoulder roll. What skill do he really have? Remember this, man. People got a real short memory span. I was at the Jesse Vargas fight, bro. What did he do so good in the Jesse Vargas fight? Nothing. He came up on the front foot and started letting his hands go. And then when he put the pressure on Vargas, he stopped letting his hands go. So what does this guy do great? At 147, he ain't the most powerful guy. He's strong. He don't punch the hardest. His footwork is terrible. So back to my question before I kind of Q-tip salute. Let me back to I kind of go to my goal. Let's start from basics before we get off track. What did Kevin Cunningham improve in Adrien Broner? What did Kevin Cunningham improve in Adrien Broner? Please somebody tell me. We're gonna go question by question. What did Kevin Cunningham improve in Adrien Broner? What's up, though? What up, though? Roger, I see you. Well, what did Kevin Cunningham improve? Nothing. What is different between AB training with Kevin Cunningham and Mike Stafford? I mean, what did he do? I didn't watch the fight on TV. I watched the fight at the fight, so I didn't hear what was going on in the corner. I'll give you that. He got a good jab, good left foot. Mikey walked AB down with his hands down. Imagine what Pac would do. Exactly. Lamont, salute. You know, this is a guy that struggled with Jesse Vargas, bro. And a lot of people that I was sitting with in the arena thought Jesse Vargas won. A lot of people thought Jesse Vargas won. I mean, a ton of people I was sitting with thought Broner got a gift decision. And Jesse Vargas, in some people's opinion, just got dog walked by Thomas Delorme. They feel that Jesse Vargas got a DAZN the gift decision by a draw by beating Thomas Delorme. So at the end of the day, do we forget what Manny Pacquiao did to Jesse Vargas? He still beat the hell out of Jesse Vargas. Yeah, I know styles make fights. I know. But we talk about Adrien Broner. I mean, he basically got shut out by Mikey Garcia. I don't think he won a round. I'm just going off memory. I don't think he won a round versus Mikey Garcia. And to be honest, Pacquiao still strong, still faster than Mikey Garcia. He probably hit harder than Mikey Garcia still, or at least at 147. At 140, if he can make it, he probably hit harder than Mikey Garcia. You know? So at the end of the day, what is Adrien Broner bringing to the table but hope, but potential? Everybody keeps saying potential, 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 potential. Do y'all not understand that this is Manny Pacquiao's first fight on his own? This is his first fight on his own. I mean, on PBC, excuse me. And this is a tune-up. AB won the 12th round versus Mikey. We give him the 12th then. He said, I thought AB won 3 rounds versus Mikey. Okay. AB is every cherry pick's favorite target, mid-level punching bag with a name. Basically, if AB fights like he spars, he'll be a legend. I ain't seen Adrien Broner sparring in a minute. This is going to be an easy fight for Manny Pacquiao. Q-tip, Broner's 29, all that potential shit dead. He should be a finished product by now. Exactly. But that's what he really pretty much living on a celebrity lifestyle. Rubbing shoulders with a celebrity. He's a lackey. He used Floyd Mayweather to get close to celebrities. You know what I'm saying? He got close to celebrities. Basically, it really put his name synonymous with boxing. But every time he got a big fight where everybody's paying attention to take him from a crossover star to cross him over from a good boxing world star to a transcendent North America boxing star, international boxing star, he lose. He lose. King One Hood, Texas, salute. When AB lose, he will be on a suicide watch for real. Man, I think he gonna wait to see that check. I think AB be fucking his money up, bro. But that ain't none of my business. Figueroa, Bartholomew, Jesse Vargas all beat DeMarco, and that's his best win. Exactly. He did beat DeMarco after DeMarco beat Jorge Linares. He beat John Molina. I think DeMarco had stopped John Molina in a matter of seconds that night because AB was in attendance. You know. So we talk about like I mean, what will give people hope? Who was Adrien Broner knocked out at 147 pounds? Who the fuck is he knocked out at 140 to think he's gonna knock out Manny Pacquiao? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he let his hands go the second half of Vargas, but he didn't close the deal. He could have stopped Vargas at points in that fight, but he didn't close the deal. He didn't close the deal. I mean, he let his hands go more, but it wasn't good enough. That's just what the facts are. He didn't let his hands go enough. He didn't let his hands go close enough. So, you know, I don't understand, man, how they gonna sell this fight for $75. I don't get it. How can you expect me to pay $75 for this fight? You know, seriously, how can I pay $75 for this fight? And what's the selling point? I just paid to see Pacquiao versus Matisse. I paid $5 for that. Or if it was my first trial, it was free. I seen Pacquiao versus Horn on ESPN. He lose. So, you know, and then you got Freddie Rose saying that Manny Pacquiao punching harder than Mike Tyson. They selling the hell out of this fight. You know, but hey, you know it is what it is. Broner gonna do what Broner do. You know what I'm saying? If he win, yeah, I come and eat my crow. I don't really care. Salute to him if he can get the victory. You know, we ain't mad at it. Rashid Warren for the WBC. And Badu Jack and Marcus Brown is the only two I identify. You know. Yeah, like 25 to 30, but you know, dude, I'm gonna ask this question as well too. I'm gonna interact with a lot of the chat here. You know, do you guys believe that this fight will do more pay-per-views than Wilder Fury? That's the question. Will this fight do more pay-per-views than Wilder Fury? I ain't rooting for him and I ain't rooting against him. I just don't care. I don't care for Pacquiao, you know, Juice Crew head ass, and I don't really care for Broner. To be honest, I think it's gonna do more than Wilder and Fury. You know, I think it's gonna do more than Wilder and Fury. To be honest, it will. You got two known commodities, Adrien Broner was probably the biggest star on PBC outside of Wilder. I think Wilder kind of took that crown now. But then you got Manny Pacquiao, who done millions of pay-per-views before, who did a few 100,000 before. Pac has fighter on the pay-per-view undercard, Jacka Tipario. I can't announce that. He okay. You know, I mean, obviously, if it came down to our us as hardcore fans buying and streaming the fight, if we really matter, then I would take that into account. But they don't care about the hardcore fan. Boxing don't make fights for the hardcore fans. They don't. Boxing, pay-per-view wise, I mean, they make fights for the casual fan. They don't care about us when we talk about fights. You know, so I expect this to do well over 325,000. I mean, significantly more. And obviously to do better in the UK as well, because in the UK it's free. If people watch free ITV, I'm not real versed in exactly what the UK brings when we talking about you know, free TV and ITV. I heard that's pretty much like the stepping stool or the bottom bitch of UK boxing, but it's free. It's free. So who don't want free? You know, in the pay-per-view fights they pay for, you talking about Dillian White and Joseph Parker, Dillian White, Chisora, AJ and Povetkin, AJ and Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can talk about the shittiest pay-per-views. I mean, that's like getting a gas station donut over there. A gas station donut, when you come to America, you get a hot Krispy Kreme as soon as the light turn on. I see it doing 500,000 buys. Yeah, I don't think they've been selling. Maybe next week I'll get the urge, kind of some, push to want to buy it or push to want to see it as we get the fight week. Sometimes in boxing, you get the fight week and it just feels, you just feel it. You know what I'm saying? You feel it in your skin, you feel it in your veins. You know, you hype for a fight. Even the fights you didn't think was gonna be that big of an impact. Some fight weeks are so glorious, so marvelous. You be like, damn, you know, I might want to fuck around and buy this fight. You know, it's a lot of build up. Press conferences are good. I'm gonna say the last time I got that fight for that feeling, last time I got that feeling for a pay-per-view, we degree salute. Last time I got that feeling was for Canelo Floyd, but it wasn't because of Canelo Floyd that I put in for that pay-per-view. The reason was for Canelo and Floyd was because Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse. I mean, the Danny Garcia, Lucas Matisse press conference, the final press conference, man, you had them going at Angel. Angel was going crazy saying if Danny lose, I cut my head off. I mean, you had people from Philly questioning Danny in the audience, going back and forth with Angel Garcia. That fight was had more importance to me than Canelo Floyd, because I knew what was gonna happen versus Canelo Floyd. I knew Canelo didn't have shit for Floyd. Anybody that know boxing 101 knew Canelo Alvarez didn't have shit for Floyd. Real talk. Everybody knew Canelo Alvarez didn't have shit for Floyd. Now you had your Ring Magazine, Dougie Boy Fishers, and little dumb writers like that who ain't never got into a street fight. They don't know shit about shit. They try to sway the public, and then they try to switch it around and say Floyd winning. Floyd beating the hell out of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was. Caesar, any idea AB didn't even work out at the open art? Yeah, he said he didn't want to come. You know, then they tried to switch the venue to the 10 Goose and Gym. He didn't want to go to Wild Card Gym and do the open media workout with Freddie Roach at Freddie Roach Gym. So he wasn't going to attend. I'm pretty sure they told Al Heyman to call him and make him go. He ended up going over, catching a flight from Vegas to California to do the press media workout. He got there late. People was waiting on AB there. The media, no offense, dude. Real talk. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real about the media, bro. Some of these media dudes are straight nerds, bro. I'm not sitting. Look here, man. For one, you know, I understand. You know, people talking about supporting black fighters, man. But there's certain black fighters I'm not gonna support, bro. When Adrien Broner went on the Breakfast Club and he said that he voted for Donald Trump because he don't want Trump, because he gonna get him a tax break. He went on there. He's just real ignorant, bro. Some dudes, you know, I can't support some brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, people give Floyd a pass about all the cool shit he said and all the shit he said protecting Donald Trump. That's my friend. Remember Floyd's protecting Donald Sterling. Remember Floyd say all lives matter. Remember Floyd is saying you got about an $18 million watch and you got pipes in Flint that's rotten. He could have saved the Flint or helped him out. Like I say, man. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? I don't forget shit like that. I don't think Broner hit harder than Pac. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I mean, if he hitting harder than Pacquiao, I mean, why didn't he drop Jesse Vargas? Because Pacquiao dropped Jesse Vargas. So why didn't he drop Jesse Vargas? That's all I'm asking. But like I said before, I don't forget none of that shit, bro. I don't forget none of that. So with Adrien Broner, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always felt, bro. I ain't gonna go out my way and just continue to bash the brother and just come out of nowhere and say FAB. But he ain't really handled himself like a black man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't handle himself like a gentleman. He don't give the black race a good name. He get out there and go ignorant. Oh, Pacquiao he sell Hennessy. He drink Hennessy. His taxes fucked up. He's just like a black fighter. I'm like, just ignorant nigga, bro. Whatever. I forgot what he said after the Jesse Vargas fight, bro. That Sam Watson looked at him. Like, you ignorant nigga. I just with the Mexican and all that, man. Like, dude, man. Like, I don't even want this dude synonymous with black men. I don't even want him synonymous with my race. This is a dude that got an opportunity to really uplift his family out of poverty, bro. All this dude want to do is cry on social media when shit don't go his way, when his baby mama asking for money and money funny, but you walk around here with a whole bunch of jewelry around your neck that you don't own. Then you want to talk about, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to kill myself. Then you going around here humping on little boys, they said. Well, I ain't going to say little boys. You all around here humping on men. You out here getting drunk in nightclubs. You out here getting drunk at hotels. They got to call security on you. It's a bunch of shit, bro. He got too many homosexual tendencies, bro. And, yeah, Gervonta Tank Davis acting something, but he's 23 years old. Adrien Broner been doing this since 23 years old. Adrien Broner been doing this since 23 years old. So at some point we say, oh, that's cool. That's just AB being AB. Then it go from AB being AB to getting DUIs. Then it go from AB being AB leaking sex tape. Then it go from AB being AB flushing money, burning money. Then it go from AB being AB. I don't need no change at Walmart. Then it go from AB being AB. They fired 70 shots into his truck or 8 shots into his truck in Cincinnati. Then it go from AB AB. He grew up in women in 2 different sexual assault cases last year. Oh, that's AB being AB. So, I mean, and I missed a bunch of shit in between there. I'm going to kill myself. I can't live no more. Oh, it's just AB being AB. He in Houston getting beat up and thrown out of clubs. That's just AB just being AB. He trying to kiss Gervonta Tank Davis. Oh, that's AB just being AB. He punching the dude on the Vegas Strip. That's AB just being AB. At one point, where does the immaturity stop? But at one point, he said, I got several kids. I need to do right with my life. I can't support nobody that don't progress. I can't support nobody that don't conduct themselves, and represent my race the right way. Over and over again. We talking about 6-7 years of this shit with Adrien Broner. Getting out doing sobriety tests, doing the same shit over and over. Doing the same shit over and over. You know how many times that, man, the brothers that really wanted AB to win, bro? A lot of brothers got behind AB. After a while, bro, that shit wore off. The same excuses. That's like, put it in this perspective, bro. I'm going to get this where a lot of niggas can translate this, bro. I'm going to get this where a lot of people can translate this. That's like telling your girl, stop going to the club every night, coming in at 6 a.m. And every month she keep doing that shit. Every month your girl keep coming in at 6 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday morning, coming from Saturday night. But you swear she ain't cheating on me. She ain't cheating on me. She gonna do right by me. She ain't gonna have no niggas in my house while I'm at work. Oh, she at the club. She just getting a few drinks with her girls. Almost every month, every Saturday night, she going out doing the same thing. So shit, after 6 years, or let's just say 2 years, so you really believe your girl ain't out there cheating on you? You really think your girl still got wifey potential? No. You gonna cut that hoe off. You ain't gonna even, if you're a real nigga, you ain't even gonna let one Saturday slide, bro. If y'all living together, you ain't gonna let one Saturday slide. Louisiana in the house, salute. Justin T. RR. You ain't gonna let that shit slide once. So that's what basically that is. For 7 years, we saying, hey, AB gonna do it. Man, AB bullshit, man. He gonna be focused this fight. That's basically what you're doing. You letting shit slide. And we done got Adrien Broner plenty of chance. And I'm speaking for the niggas that's not even on the Adrien Broner boat no more. I went to go see the nigga in April, bro. I paid cash money to go see that nigga. Do so now. Salute. I said, let me see AB versus Vargas. That's a good card. Let me go support him. Should be a good fight. He goes on and tell Leonard Ellerbe, fuck you. You niggas don't want to see me win. Woo, woo, woo. I said, damn, did he really? I mean, I know Leonard Ellerbe ain't popular, bro. But I'm never going to really put another dude on spot for business. You know what I'm saying? Especially another black guy. I'm not going to put no man on spot. Like, from Leonard Ellerbe, I'd have FAB up, bro. I'm the bullshit. Unless they had set that up for him to do that. Like, if I'm Floyd, bro, I'm not letting none of my business representation like get checked like that. Now, a little peep game about that before I get into this Uzcategui talk, right? Floyd Mayweather, before that, Jesse Vargas and Broner card told his employees, like, be careful at the fight. He said he ain't attending because there was too much shit going on. And it was because Gervonta Tank Davis came out with Casanova, right? Adrien Broner came out with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Him and 6ix9ine had fake beef, if you remember. Then Gervonta Tank Davis was mad at Jamal Charlo because he got pushed to the opening televised card instead of the co-main event because Hugo Centennial Jr. pulled out, got injured. His ribs got injured back in February. And they were supposed to fight on the Mikey and Lippiat's original card, I think, or some shit like that. So it was a lot going on. You got the Charlo's beefing with Tank and Broner. You had Tekashi 6ix9ine and Broner with the fake beef. Then you had Tekashi 6ix9ine nemesis Casanova in the building. They got the shooting in the building. Trust me, I knew it took like an hour to get out of there. They got the shooting in the building, right? And Floyd was right. It was just too much going on. You know? It was too much going on. So at the end of the day, I understood Floyd on that, bro. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody like, look here, man. If I got my company, bro, and I don't know if Floyd called him. He could have called him in silence, or it could have been something that he checked Leonard Ellerbe about, and it could have just been a setup to settle a fight. But if it wasn't no setup and it wasn't agreed upon that should happen, like if I'm Floyd, I'm dead serious telling I'm checking Adrien Broner because you know he just disrespected your company and disrespected your business partner. And then people say, well, Leonard Ellerbe his own man and shit like that. Well, yeah, he should have smacked the fuck out of Broner. I would have did a Teddy Atlas. What he did with Mike Tyson back in the day, pull out that pistol, that revolver. And I'd have pulled AB in the side and I'd have choked that little nigga up. I said, you ever talk to me like that again, I'll blow your motherfucking peanut off your head. Real talk. Real talk. Like real talk. Like ain't no nigga about to, man, ain't no dude about to check me on period. As a man, when you a real man, you don't let that shit happen. No matter how much money in between, because once you let a nigga disrespect you and let it slide like that, bro, it's gonna keep happening again and again. You know, Leonard Ellerbe just smiled and now he back promoting AB. Man, I wouldn't fuck with that nigga, man. I wouldn't fuck with that nigga. So I'm not supporting that nigga, bro. I'm not supporting him, bro. This is plain and simple. Now, if this nigga had a chance and he got a couple wins under his belt and he had beat a Keith Thurman, or he had came back in the advance and Sean Porter lost, he had beat a Amir Khan, or he had beat up on Kell Brook, or he had went down to 140 and beat a Mikey Garcia, or beat a Regis Prograis, or beat a Maurice Hooker, or came to 147 and done something. But I mean, this dude coming off a draw. A draw. Did he lose to Mikey and then it was a draw, or did he get a win before Mikey and then? Let me check. Give me 1 minute. Let me check. Let me check this nigga's resume out. Give me a minute, y'all. Because I can't remember. I can't remember if it was Mikey then Vargas, or did he have a fight in between that? Give me 1 second. Yeah, this nigga, look, man, this nigga came off a loss to Mikey, had a draw versus Jesse Vargas, and all of a sudden he got a quote unquote big fight versus Manny Pacquiao. Fuck up out of here with that shit, man. You gonna tell me? Hold on. And we talked about this last night, I believe, right? You know, and we talked about this last night before I get into this play. I want to really make this about Uzcategui and Caleb Plant. Okay? All right. How can you tell me that Adrien Broner is pay-per-view, right? How can you tell me that Mikey is pay-per-view? How can you tell me that Errol Spence is pay-per-view and none of them have cracked over 1 million viewerships on Showtime? That's an actual fact. None of them dudes has cracked over 1 million viewerships on Showtime. That's a fact. So how can you tell me I have to pay $75 for Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, even if they go on together? You know, how can you tell me I got to pay $75 for Broner and Pacquiao when at least Deontay Wilder did over 1 million on Showtime before, and none of these dudes has cracked a million viewerships on Showtime. Real talk. Tell me that how does that work? Because back in the day, dudes on HBO was cracking 5 to 10 million on Boxing After Dark. A lot of these weren't even championship type of cards. I mean, you go back to Peterson and Errol Spence. That was like 600,000. You go back to Errol Spence and Kell Brook. That was like 565,000. You go to Mikey and Lipinets. That was like 700,000, 778,000. You know what I'm saying? Broner and Pacquiao did like 900,000. So how do you expect dudes to get exposure if one, they don't get the exposure on Showtime? So if people ain't willing to pay $13 to at least fight one time on Showtime, then how can you tell me that they pay-per-view? Okay, if CBS ain't willing to put these fighters on CBS to fight to get more notoriety, because the only person they put on CBS was really Keith Thurman. I think Wilder might have fought on CBS. I'm not sure. So, I mean, if these dudes not cracking 1 million viewerships, how the fuck are they pay-per-view? Real talk, how is this pay-per-view? If you can't get 1 million people to tune in on Showtime to watch this dude, it's same thing for HBO. HBO back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, they average was 5 to 10 million viewerships. I got that article 2 years ago now about the HBO getting out of boxing. I knew for 2 years, I knew a year before it was getting out of boxing. So I knew a whole year before they left boxing that they was leaving boxing. I knew that AT&T was getting rid of them. I probably still have the article somewhere in my archives. So dudes, and dudes on HBO, Golovkin did like 1.4, 1.5 versus Bonas Monterosi on HBO. On Cinco de Mayo, that's a joke. We talking about Roy Jones and them back in the day. Lennox Lewis doing over 5 to 10 million viewerships. So how can you tell me, all right, if you get what? I mean, you have to, like, how do you expect them to do good for $75 when you have a whole platform in CBS where you can use to boost them up, and CBS refused to put boxing on? I mean, I don't watch CBS but nothing but for football, so I'm not into their cheesy little shows, Two Broke Girls in a Restaurant or CISI. I'm not into that shit. CBS must be for the white America. Okay? But it is what it is. Let's talk about Uzcategui. That's what I call him. I ain't calling him that fool shit. His name Jose Uzcategui. In my motherfucking in my opinion. Anticipated fight, bro. The Hispanic community wants this win. I still don't think it does what it's supposed to do. I still don't think that fight does 1 million. I don't think that fight probably does 700,000. That's why pay-per-view so high, because they fear they won't turn that profit over. Wilder was doing 1 million on Showtime. He's the only fighter to do 1 million on Showtime in the last couple of years, I believe. And he didn't even do 500,000 in pay-per-view with Tyson Fury. Now you can say he didn't have a dance partner Tyson Fury to do so, but I accept that. I'd accept that argument, right? But talking about Uzcategui, and that's what I'm gonna call him, Jose Uzcategui versus Caleb Plant. I think that's a good fight. If you see my prediction video, I pick Uzcategui to win that fight. It's going down Sunday. The card starts at 6:30. Obviously, most of us will be watching whatever football game on at 6:30. I believe that would be maybe the Saints and the Eagles. I think it might be on at that time. But Caleb Plant hasn't shown me any ability to fight with the aggression needed to beat Uzcategui. The way he fights Uzcategui is going to be able to walk in his kitchen all day and beat the hell out of him. He might be outboxing Uzcategui for a couple rounds. I definitely agree that. But at the end of the day, when you don't have no aggression on the front foot, you know, and I think Caleb Plant is scared to get hit. He fights too. He got too much finesse. He don't have enough power or aggressiveness in your game. I'd rather have more aggressiveness. I'd rather be a more too over committal fighter, too much aggression than no aggression. And Caleb Plant was getting popped up by a one-legged Porky Medina. He was really getting pushed back by a one-legged Porky Medina. Porky Medina front leg was stiff. He had a whole leg sleeve on. So I'm just trying to figure out, like unless he gonna show me something that he hasn't shown me before. I mean, he don't have respectable fighter fighting on the back leg, and not too many fighters do. Not too many fighters got respectable power on the back leg. I think Plant needs to be on the front foot. It don't matter if Porky Medina left every fight, lost every round. He was supposed to get Porky Medina out of there. Porky Medina had one leg. People don't talk about that. Medina had one leg. His front leg was fucked up. He had a whole sleeve on it. He didn't drop Porky Medina one time. He didn't really hurt Porky Medina noticeably. On one leg, he couldn't stop him. So how you gonna stop this freight train named Jose Uzcategui? You could be outboxing him, and that's cool. But if you ain't got no respectable power, he's just gonna walk Caleb Plant down. It's gonna come down to will Caleb Plant sit and fight with him, or will Caleb Plant just get his chin checked and get his ass beaten to the canvas? Because that's the only way it can go. Plant is not gonna outbox him for 12 rounds. That just ain't gonna happen. He can't just box and move for 12 rounds. Now, if you tell me that Caleb Plant is gonna push Uzcategui back, that's how you beat a guy like Jose Uzcategui. You push this dude back. He need to be 2-3 jabs, pushing Uzcategui back, jabbing to the body, being aggressive. A guy like Uzcategui, if you let him come forward all night, and all you're gonna do is 1-2s, an occasional left hook, and fight on the back foot, you ain't gonna have no respectable power to get his respect. You're not gonna get it. If you don't get Uzcategui's respect, he's gonna walk through you. You've seen that with Andre Dirrell. Now, Andre Dirrell is in a different category than Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant got fresher legs than Dirrell did. So Caleb Plant is probably gonna last longer than Dirrell did. Okay, but we don't know about Dirrell's chin. We don't know about Caleb Plant's chin. We don't know about his heart. We don't know if he got an aggressive offensive game. It's a lot of things you don't know about Caleb Plant. We know Uzcategui. He got dropped twice by Corby, but he got up and he competed. We know he beat Porky Medina a few years ago, probably more impressively than Caleb Plant. I didn't see it, but he did. We know he beat Andre Dirrell technically twice. You know, we know James DeGill didn't want it. But we do know he hasn't been 12, but never. Uzcategui's never been 12. He's been 10 3 times. Caleb Plant has been 10 rounds 3 times and been 12 once. His last fight versus Porky Medina. So, do Caleb Plant got dog in him? It's the question. Can Caleb Plant fight, or can he just box and look cute? Because we haven't seen Caleb Plant fight. We haven't seen him fight. Fighting and boxing is two different things. Can he brawl if need be? Is he versatile? Can he be aggressive? Can he put Uzcategui on the back foot? Now, if you tell me that Caleb Plant can put Uzcategui on the back foot and he can sit down on some of his shots, I tell you he might can stop Uzcategui. I see the power. He got some power. But if you don't sit on your punches and hold your ground, you won't win. You won't win. You're not gonna beat nobody dancing on your feet. And it's the same problem Saddam Ali had. Saddam Ali don't have a chin problem. Trust me. Saddam Ali tires himself out. Saddam Ali is the same type of fighter Caleb Plant is, in my opinion. They both cute fighters. They want to box and move for 12 rounds, and you can't fight every fight boxing 12 rounds. You can't do it. You can't dance around the ring for 12 rounds versus every opponent. Floyd Mayweather couldn't do it. Muhammad Ali didn't do it. Sugar Ray Robinson didn't do it. Sugar Ray Leonard didn't do it. Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns didn't do it. At certain points in fights, you have to be aggressive. And I ain't seen nothing aggressive from Caleb Plant, not on a consistent basis. I ain't seen him put a whole round together where he was aggressive, stalking his opponent, looking to get him out of there. And when you're fighting a guy like Uzcategui, that's dangerous. That's dangerous that you let Uzcategui come forward all night. Because at some point, Caleb Plant going to have to sit there, and Uzcategui is the type of fighter that's going to close the distance on him, and he's going to sit there and take that ass whooping, or he's going to have to sit there and hold his ground and give an ass whooping. That's just what it is. What, versus Zab Judah, Corey Spinks? What about Jermaine Taylor? I thought he beat Jermaine Taylor. But Corey Spinks, he was undisputed, but that's it. He beat Zab. He didn't have no memorable, elite type of wins. He's a good fighter. He beat Zab, I believe, and I think Zab came back and beat him in St. Louis in front of a record crowd. But he wasn't out here pound for pound beating the fuck out of niggas just moving all day. Corey Spinks did move a lot, I'll give you that. But he wasn't the greatest. I'm talking about all-time great fighters, niggas that achieved something. And Corey Spinks took some L's. So he should have sat down and was more aggressive with his fight. Good fella. Well, in that case, it was 15 rounds, but he danced around for half the fight. Yeah, at some point, Muhammad Ali, he had to sit down on his punches and stop Sonny Liston. At some point, he had to sit there on the ropes and take an ass whooping from George Foreman and give one. At some point, he had to go in there and destroy and stop Floyd Patterson by holding his ground. That's all fighters. You got to sit down and fight at some point. At some point, he had to learn to stop moving straight back with his chin up and getting caught by Joe Frazier left hook. And he had to sit there and be aggressive and put Joe Frazier on his back foot to beat Joe Frazier. At some point, he had to do those things. No fighter that's been successful on a Hall of Fame level, in my opinion, boxed for 12 rounds, bro. Every fight. Never had no aggression. Never put a whole round being on the front foot. Look at Sergio Martinez. Martinez was a guy that liked to box and move, but at some point, Martinez, when he came to Pavlik, when it came to Paul Williams, he had to hold his ground and be aggressive. You gotta be aggressive. And Caleb Plant hasn't shown aggressiveness on film. A lot of people ain't gonna like it, but shit, it is what it is. We'll see on Sunday. We'll see on Sunday. But you're not gonna beat a Uzcategui by boxing all night. You gotta get hit. You gotta hurt that guy to make him stop coming for you. You have to hurt Uzcategui. You have to hurt that man. And what that gonna mean for Caleb Plant is being on the front foot and not just throwing 1-2s. He gotta throw 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not talking about the number of combinations. He gotta throw a jab, right, left hook, right hand. Preferably a right overhand right or right hook. He's not gonna beat Uzcategui with 1s and 2s. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that weed degree. But he's not gonna beat Uzcategui by boxing on the back foot all night. And if you do, I'll give him credit. I'll be highly impressed. I can see I got him getting stopped in the 11th round. Pernell Whitaker, he ran a lot, but Pernell Whitaker will sit there and fight with you. Pernell Whitaker wasn't dancing around the ring for 12 rounds every fight. Go watch the Chavez Senior fight. Pernell Whitaker was right in the pocket with Chavez. He was moving left to right, but he wasn't running. He was right in the pocket with Chavez, picking Chavez apart to the body, to the head. Slipping punches. He was aggressive with Chavez, more aggressive than he was with other fighters. Running is what Keith Thurman does. Pernell Whitaker, moving his shoulders, getting low, dipping, moving side to side. That's not running. That's moving with a boxing purpose. You know, that's moving with a boxing purpose. Caleb Plant hasn't shown any aggressiveness in his career. And he hasn't shown any level of competition. None. Caleb Plant hasn't fought any great level opposition, bro. Uzcategui's fought some good guys, bro. Uzcategui's fought some good competition. It ain't a lot. But he's fought some good competition. Let's take a look at Caleb Plant, his resume. Give me a minute. Let's take a look at his resume. Okay. He's 26 years old, super middleweight. I think he started off at middleweight. Okay. He turned pro in 2014. He's 17-0. No losses, no draws, 10 knockouts. Okay. I mean, he's fought Porky Medina And outside of that, he fought Tyron Brunson. That's the name that I recognize. And after that, I don't legitimately recognize any of the names he's fought. 2-2 to start his career. He fought a guy 2-2, 4-3, 1-1-1, 3-2, 2-4, 2-2-3, 3-1-0, 7-11-1, 25-0. He fought a dude 13-4-2. He fought another guy, Tyron Brunson, 22, 5-1. He fought another guy 11-4-2. He fought another guy 12-4-1. He fought another guy 18-4-1. He fought another guy 25-6-1. He fought a guy 19-6-1. He fought Porky Medina 38-8, 8-0. Now he's fighting Uzcategui, who's 28-2. So he's never fought an undefeated fighter yet. Not even early in his career has this guy fought an undefeated fighter. Now Jose Uzcategui could be very much the same. Nope, he fought Mark Korobov, who was 23-0. Not saying that he beat him, but he did fight that guy. You know, and pretty much his resume is surrender. He's talking about 0-1, 3-7, 8-11, 0-16-0, 21-10, 7-2-1, 0-2-0, 5-5-0, 11-26-2, 8-1-2, 5-22, 5-3, 22, 21-14-0. 2-0-0, 14-1, 10-1, 21-12-0, 32. He fought Porky Medina when he was 32-0. He fought another guy 0-1, 12-13, 34-6, 14-29-2. David Lopez 42-13-1. Korobov 23-0. Then he fought a guy after that 6-28-2, coming off that loss to Korobov. He took Julian Jackson's son, 19-0-0. He was undefeated. He beat Derek Finley 23-19. He beat another guy 12-5-1. He beat Andre Durrell twice, in my opinion, but he got a technical. He got disqualification the first time. He was 25-2 and 26-2. Just fought a guy 26-4. Now he's fighting Caleb Plant. Now I'm not saying that his resume is super fantastic, but his resume got pretty much. Plant fought Korobov. No, Plant didn't fight Korobov. Deion Washington said he ain't fucking with Broner. Me neither, bro. What's going on, Mike James 616? Salute. Did he fight Deshaun Johnson? Who you talking about? Uzcategui? No, I didn't see him on the resume. Deshaun Johnson, and I didn't see him on Caleb Plant resume as well. So I didn't see neither one in there. But Uzcategui don't get no pass for looking trash in his last fight versus Journeyman. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I heard Callie told me it didn't look that good. But hey, so be it. Everybody have an off night. Caleb Plant didn't look that good versus Porky Medina to me. He didn't. He's supposed to get Porky Medina up out of there. That nigga had one leg. Travis Spore, salute. But Uzi don't. He don't. Uzcategui probably could be beat up. He took a lot of abuse. Why isn't the title vacant versus Uzcategui and Plant? Because Uzcategui was the interim title holder. So when DeGale dropped the belt, he became champion or title holder. Because he was already interim. So he basically was what Jamal Charlo is to WBC. So the belt was his. So that's why, Uzcategui been a champion. He already defended the belt once. James DeGale chose not to fight him. So it is what it is. What's going on with the tournament at 140? I heard a lot of them dudes saying, trainer said everybody got paid, but they want to get paid before this fight happened. Because a lot of people in the World Boxing Super Series tournament didn't get paid till weeks after the fight happened. So it might fall apart if they don't get the money together for the second round. So that's something to look your eye on. I'll cover that. David Benavidez beat Caleb Plant by unanimous decision on KO, in my opinion. At this point, I believe so too. I gotta watch him get back. It's on their Twitter. 142 has but I'm like I said, man, one of the I forget who it was, maybe Lou DiBella. I think it might have been Lou DiBella. I can't remember who promoter it was. They said it was Lou DiBella. He said he wanted his guys to get paid before the tournament. So if they ain't paying, if some of these guys want to get paid before the tournament or before the fight happened, then and they can't accommodate them and pay them, then the tournament gonna fall apart. So, you know, they right for that. I'm pretty sure they're in their own rights to want to get paid because some of them dudes get paid for weeks after they fought. Some of the dudes get paid for weeks, and usually after the fight, you should get your check right after the fight if you on the prize fight level. Okay, yeah, it was Ludi. I know I read it somewhere. It was Lou DiBella. So why did Rigo have to drop his belt when he fought Loma? I don't know. I guess the WBA didn't want him having it. They stripped him after the fight. After he lost, they stripped him. Caleb Plant is fighting for his daughter, so he's fighting for a reason. Jose ain't got no motivation for his fight. That don't mean shit. You think Jose Uzcategui want to lose? You think Jose Uzcategui give a fuck about Caleb Plant's daughter? He sure don't. Caleb Plant Jose Uzcategui still want to get them checks. You know, he got motivation. Jose Uzcategui ain't a big money puller. He ain't seen a 7-figure payday. He still ain't gonna see a 7-figure payday on FS1. If they lucky, these niggas might be getting 6 figures. He don't give a fuck about none of that motivation shit. His motivation is he trying to touch a meal. He trying to get a David Benavidez fight. He trying to get a Gilberto Ramirez fight. He trying to get a Canelo fight. You know, he trying to touch a meal. So to fuck with what his motivation is, his motivation is the money. Nothing more you more than the money. Especially when you win there every day, you running miles every day, your feet hitting the concrete. Every day you hitting the iron or hitting the resistance bands. Every day you punching the bag. You don't strip down that way. You don't train every day just to lose to somebody because they got more motivation. He got motivation. He got motivation to touch a meal. Anytime you in a position where you could taste $1 million, you could taste a 7-figure payday, you think he give a fuck about Caleb Plant's situation with his girl and his daughter? He just see Caleb Plant as another nigga to kick the door down and beat the hell out of white boy. I ain't sure. I know it ain't 7 figures on FS1. I'll tell you that right now. I tell you it ain't 7 figures. Like Tony Harrison. People think Tony Harrison not gonna be hungry versus Jamel Charlo again. That nigga around the city going crazy. He happy. People he getting notoriety. These niggas want that check. Now you tell me that Uzcategui been touching, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 million. Yeah, I can see him being like Pacquiao. That's one of the biggest differences between Pacquiao and Floyd is this. I really don't know what's going on, Robertson Jr., man. Maybe I could reach out and see what's going on. I'll reach out and ask him something, bro. You know, I'll reach out and ask him something when I get off. But I don't know how much AB getting. You know, I had to wait till the guarantees come out, and probably Dan Rayfield had the guarantees. You know, but these dudes want that bread, bro. You know, now the difference between Pacquiao and Floyd is that, like, I don't know if it was that Floyd run through his money or Floyd got a billionaire's mindset. A billionaire don't get to be in a billionaire don't get to being a billionaire by being content. A billionaire when he become a millionaire, he's not happy with that. When he get 100 million, he's not happy with that. When a billionaire get $1 billion, he's not happy with $1 billion. Do you see a billionaire get 100 million or get 500 million and retire? Do you see a billionaire, people that get money in the lottery, they get 300 million, 500 million, let's just say 100 million, 200 million, 50 million, they retire. They think life over with. They think that they can live off 50 million, especially when you talk about you got family members, especially when you talk about you want to ball out. Man, by the time that 100 million and turn into 1 million, now you broke. Now you don't even know how to turn that million back into 2 million. You don't know how to turn that 2 million back into 20 million. You don't know how to turn that 20 million to 40 million. You know what I'm saying? That's why a millionaire become a billionaire. That's why a millionaire become a 10 millionaire. You know, if that makes sense. That's why 10 million millionaires become 100 millionaire. Because the money don't stop. The money don't stop, just like your motivation shouldn't stop. It's never enough money. I hear black people say, "Oh, it's too much." I heard niggas say that before. Grown nigga, I say, "You're a dumb nigga." Dumb nigga. You got niggas that get 20 million, 100 million to go broke all the time. Mike Tyson net worth was like, what, 500 million? He went broke. Well, I live a modest lifestyle. No, you won't. No, you won't. If you're sitting at home not doing nothing all day, what else can you be doing besides spending money? Real talk. What if you at home all day, you traveling all day, what else you been doing and spending money? Nothing. Go make money. Go open your own business up. You know what I'm saying? Go learn how to invest in real estate. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between Pacquiao and Mayweather. You know, that's why that's the difference between Pacquiao and Mayweather. Even if it was Mayweather just running through a check and not enough money wasn't coming in, it was going out faster. That made Mayweather stay, consistent. That made Mayweather stay healthy. That made Mayweather not go drink a whole bunch of Don P and Ace of Spades and Cristal like he was an entertainer, like he was a rapper, like he thought he was Adrien Broner. Pacquiao was out here getting drunk. He said I was a womanizer. He was out here abusing his body. Roy Jones was another dude out here. You living the fighters like living a celebrity lifestyle. Sugar Ray Leonard. It was a lot of boxers was on that powder shit back in the day. Antoine Walker. That's what you talking about. Jerome X. He went broke. Niggas go broke every day, B. Floyd Mayweather kept his body in good condition because that's what his dad instilled in him. And that helped him to make 12, 13 million in a matter of minutes. The job is never done. It's never done. You should, if you done athletically building a legacy, why not business-wise building a legacy? Look at Jamal Mashburn. Played for what? The Mavericks? Went to Kentucky Wildcats? This nigga owned a bunch of restaurants, bro. All these ball players going broke every day. Every day. Pacquiao went broke. All that money he was making, he was letting them fuck him out of money. Michael Collins was stealing money from him. Bob Aaron was lending him money, giving him real high interest in loans where he had to pay back. So, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a lot of these dudes was abusing their body. A lot of them. I ain't gonna tell you who was the crackheads of their day, but a lot of these dudes that these dudes look up to was dope fiends. And one of the reasons, people say, I heard Kurt Sugar and them saying that I think it was talking about Sugar Ray Robinson. I came at the end of it was better than Floyd, right? But none of these niggas preserved like Floyd. None of them. None of these niggas preserved their body like Floyd, but Bernard Hopkins. All these niggas had a crash ending. A lot of these dudes crash endings, like Mike Tyson had crash endings in his 20s or early 30s. A lot of these dudes had crash endings and like while they was in their prime, like should have been in their prime. Floyd was preserving his body. So we talk about Floyd, I mean, shit, him and Bernard Hopkins, the real GOATs. They fought around their natural weight. They didn't over-fluctuate in weight between fights too much. You talking about the GOATs of longevity, that's them. You had the old Mongoose from Archie Moore who had great longevity. You had fighters that had really longevity that put a lot of work in. Even Andre Ward body broke down at the end. To be honest, as much shit as he talk, this nigga, man, like, dude, you talk about Andre Ward to get in some OT talk. Andre Ward, I didn't even know he was working with Victor Conte on some low-key shit. But his body just started breaking down. And you know what they said about what's homeboy name? What they said about Tiger Woods. They said Tiger Woods was on that You know what I'm saying? That's why his body started breaking down. Andre Ward, all of a sudden, this dude went from being inactive to my knee hurt, to my shoulder hurt, to my ass hurt. His body kind of broke down, funny. Because this was a dude that wasn't even fighting. So how you got all these injuries and you're not even fighting? So you're not training too hard. His body just broke down all at once. I'm like, how's this nigga got all this knee injuries and stuff of that nature? And all of a sudden he had a bad breakup with Victor Conte. You gotta look at shit like that. And they said, well, you don't give. I mean, that's just one guy tell me he trying to play the Mexican race card or some shit. Oh, everybody's getting mad because a Mexican is joining Victor Conte. He's getting mad. You're the same motherfucker. It's the same dude. He cool. But he's the same dude that's protected Canelo Alvarez. I'm still going to root for Canelo. It doesn't matter. I'm like, you want to try to play a race card with black people, bro? Everybody jumping on my because he's Mexican. No, how about that nigga just announced that he was going to join Victor Conte, which he been working with Victor Conte, right? This after Willie Monroe got popped. How fishy do that look? You know what I'm saying? You know, so like I said before, I admire Floyd's longevity. I admire his discipline, not to play with his nose, not to smoke weed, not to get out of shape between. And to this day, he just, he always just, even Bernard Hopkins looked phenomenal today. He don't have no baller belly like Prince Nassim, you know. And I'm not just talking about as far as the number of fights. I'm talking about your age. How you preserve your body. Floyd would probably have more fights if his hands weren't fucked up, but he stretched it out. But we talking about just physical shape, leanness, not blowing up, not drinking, not abusing his body. Floyd, Bernard Hopkins. You'll never see them in the club with gold bottles. You'll never see him in the club with black bottles. Like Kawasaki was a crackhead. Them one of the crackheads I ain't want to say. Everybody gonna be a little punch drunk. Floyd, that's boxing. You can't do shit about that. You get hit upside your head. Floyd missed weight one time, bro. Floyd missed weight one time. Well, he didn't miss weight. Yeah, he missed weight versus Marquez, because he wasn't doing 144-pound catch weight. He just paid Marquez off, so I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, Porter stay in shape because he don't have no choice to, because Porter a big dude. Was Hopkins ever pound for pound number one? I can't remember that far back, bro. I don't know if he reckoned. Roy Jones was pretty much dominating. Roy Jones dominated that era, bro. Roy Jones dominated that era, bro. But our Hopkins era, that was Roy Jones. That was Roy Jones era. Oh, Lil Mac, yeah, if he liked to fight, he liked to fight. I mean, at least it's constructive. At least it's something you can hold over his head when you don't act right. I don't have nothing wrong with these young dudes fighting. If it's what you do, well, do it. You know what I'm saying? If you like to fight, that's what he born to do. He born to do. Tim Brady, Andre Ward, I'm sure they not getting $20 million houses, retired living. Yeah, they smart. Family man. Both got wives. Both got kids. It's different when you a family man, bro. Adrien Broner is not a family man. Adrien Broner has kids everywhere. No offense to him. He do what he want to do. He take care of his kids. Salute. But when you a family dude and you at the crib and you got soccer practice, you got wrestling, you got boxing, you got basketball practice, you want to sit at home with the kids, then you go do a training camp for 8 to 12 weeks, 2 or 3 times a year. For the most part, you don't really have time to really, go out there and ball out. And that's a good thing about a lot of these fighters that become family man. I hear Timothy Bradley talked about that before he got with his wife, which was his high school sweethearts, and people say, oh, he dumb, she fat. Look here, man, I'm never going to criticize none of these dudes' wives. Now, when people step over the border and talk about Terrence Crawford's wife, talk about Timothy Bradley's wife, when you talk about people's wives, you deserve to get your ass whooped. Because you don't talk about people's wives, girlfriends, kids, mamas. At the end of the day, these niggas on the internet who to be playing with their dick at home. And they lotion don't even get pussy. So at the end of the day, I'm not with that. I think that's some of the low down dirty shit you can do is to talk about somebody's kids and their wife. For niggas that do that, they real losers, bro. Don't worry about who I'm stroking. Don't worry about who I'm poking. You know what I'm saying? People so concerned about, oh, hey, look at Crawford. And all these niggas talk that shit on the internet. They won't say that shit to Crawford's face. They won't say that shit to Crawford's face. I guarantee you, bro. Because you won't say it to my face. I guarantee you that. So I ain't gonna say shit about niggas that talk about AB Daddy, joke about AB Daddy. Oh, that's funny. People talk about Floyd Sr. and his hair a little bit. That's funny. But when you start talking about people's wives, it's not even no joking point. When you start talking about people's kids, it's no joking. It's just straight. I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, bro. And it's the shit that I see on on social media. It's the shit you see day to day. It's the shit that you see day to day, bro. Real talk. This is shit you see day to day. This ain't no shit that I'm making up. All these internet trolls on here talking that shit, they can't finance their way to the fights. Ask your average internet troll, have you seen your favorite fighter fight? They haven't. They haven't. All these Triple G fans, they never seen Triple G fight. I seen Triple G fight. I seen Jamal Charlo fight. I seen Mick Collins fight. I seen AB fight. I seen Gervonta Tank Davis fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen Ishe Smith fight. Cornelius K. Niles. I seen Jay Leon fight. You know what I'm saying? I seen some fighters. I'm gonna say I seen all of them fight in person, but I seen a lot compared to your average person. None of these dudes will go to these fights and dare comes these fights and say half the shit they say on the internet. I'm telling you. Exactly. They get bullied, so they want to be cyber bullies, man. That shit a joke. Never been to a live fight in their life, bro. Never. Can't even afford to get out the basement. You know, that's just what it is, man. But I just think that's going over the line. A lot of these dudes go over the line because they protected. You know. Man, I don't want to see Jay Leon Love fight again, bro. Real talk. I don't want to see Jay Leon fight again. I don't care. Benavidez should beat him up easy. That's a sparring match. They should do that on via Facebook Live or something like that. Y'all got any questions before I log off, bro? I'll try to answer all of them, man. I usually try. Any questions at all? Jay Love, my guy, man. You need to tell your guy to retire. It's over. Shit's over. He was a good amateur fighter, but he ain't a good professional fighter because he not fighting at a snatch. He need to be 154 pounder, bro. He ain't a middleweight. He damn sure ain't a super middleweight. Too small to be fighting them guys he fighting, bro. You know? Too small, you know. But don't forget to check out, before questions come in, don't forget to check out my Patreon for the hardcore boxing fans. You get early access to my fight predictions. I gave 5 early day access to the Broner Pacquiao prediction. Only $2 a month. Got some other raw and uncensored content. Also, if you like some of the conversations like we had this morning about R. Kelly, Kevin Hart, you like some of my food for thought, you like my hood series, you know, have shit talk about White Boy Rick. I think we did the Chamber Brothers, talked about New Jack City. If you want to see in-depth and raw and uncensored content like that, also check that Patreon link out as well, too, man. We working on Patreon. Appreciate everybody that's joined. Definitely don't want to be mad. You're going to definitely get your $2 in the boxing tier, and you definitely going to get your food for thought tier on as well, too. But let me get this. Where Crawford and Khan fight happened, Madison Square Garden, I heard. But I heard no venue has been locked down. They supposed to announce it next week. I'm thinking more Madison Square Garden. True, I thought. Hold on, man. I missed that. Give me a minute. Hold on. True, I thought David would have came back against stiffer competition. Shit, that nigga been out for about a year. Yeah, he been out for a minute. You know, so I understand it. He gonna come back. And recently, he probably come back from soft competition because he get an immediate shot at the Uterman Darrell winner this Sunday. So yeah, man. Lubin versus Smith. I got Ishe Smith. That's my personal opinion on that. Jerome X, Jason, appreciate it. I always see Jason in the building. Mr. Khan, appreciate it, family. As soon as I find that Amir Khan stuff out as well. Like I said, I heard about that Klitschko and Dillian White shit too, man. I heard that through somebody. I seen that somewhere. So ain't nobody sent me that. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Eubanks the Gales, who retiring? I'm gonna go ahead and say Eubanks retiring, bro. I'm gonna take the Gale. I don't know why. I don't care, but probably say Eubanks lose, man. I'm gonna say I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Right now, I probably favor the Gale for no apparent reason. I don't know what to see him to fight anymore, making him crooked bad. What do you say? Crooked look bad. I don't like. I don't want to see neither one of them fight Miguel Eubanks, but they both passed it. You know, I want to say Eubanks ain't never had it. Miguel had it at a point. Love is going to run all night, but Benavidez should win. But I think Benavidez gonna end up stopping him. I think he gonna be different from Peter Quillen. He definitely gonna close the distance off and beat the head. I think he's gonna stop him. Okay, let me see. Niggas don't know about the Chambers. Yeah, man. They was the original. The Chamber Brothers was the original niggas on social media. They was original niggas taking pictures of all they dope and money. We get the ones to the poor. They was the ones that created the 10 crack commandments, bro. All New Jack City was based off the Chamber Brothers. Ain't nobody had real talk. Even New York, ain't none of them dudes have the underworld that Detroit got. And Detroit ain't nowhere as big as NYC. But you talk about the Chamber Brothers. I mean, you can go back to the 70s, 60s with Fat Cat Nichols. You can go back to, when the Chamber Brothers did crack. I mean, it was just everybody succeeded each other. You had Chamber Brothers, Curry Brothers, Maserati Rick, Holloway, White Boy Rick. I mean, then you go to YBI. They was the youngest in charge. They was going to Tommy Hearns, the Sugar Ray Leonard fight, iced up. Every time one nigga in YBI had a chain, a chain of America, and every time he get a new double spot to drop a new drop off spot, dope spot, he put a dime in there. You know what I'm saying? They moved into Boston, so like if you ever read the Bush Jones YBI book, bro, it's a really good read, especially for people that don't know how to actually that don't want to read shit. Like, I'm gonna do a video I meant to do earlier, and I ended off with this video. You will know it's a special video. But we talk about the YBI, man, that shit, man, they was the equivalent of paid in full in Detroit for the most part, but they was way more ruthless than them niggas, bro. Way more ruthless. Trust me, I read the book, man. I watched several documentaries. If you want more documentaries on Detroit, like Underworld and in New York and stuff, go to Al Prophet, man. Al Prophet on YouTube, man, got some really good documentaries from everybody, dog. I'm telling you, man, it's like the best channel out there for like Underworld shit. Porky cooked out Jalen. I don't see ending good versus David. Yeah, Porky had Jalen booty twitching on the canvas, bro. That nigga was twerking, bro. Sean Tour, what's going on? Conor Crawford should happen in the UK. UK can't produce enough money, bro. I don't know. It might can produce enough money because it'll only be a $20 pay-per-view. So, plus Crawford already went to the UK, so he feel like I ain't got to go back. I beat Ricky Burns to the title. I ain't got to go back, bro. That's probably how he looking. Remember them going down 7 Mile throwing the ones. And they say, get the ones to the pole. You get the ones to the pole. That's what they said. You get the ones to the pole. What you gonna do with them ones? Give them to the pole. You see how you see how they do that shit though, man. They take our stories in Detroit and make it about some New York shit, just like they did that Detroit movie, bro. They shot that shit in Boston. Like, bro, how you gonna shoot a Detroit movie in Boston, bro? What you think about R. Kelly shit? I did a live stream early, bro. Go back and check it out. I did a live stream early this morning. You will see it about R. Kelly and Kev Hart. So check it out. Porky Cook. Okay, I seen that one. Jalen should move down to 154 and fight Isha. He can't make the weight. Too big. He can't make the weight. I grew the weight. That's why he got caught for taking a diuretic. Okay. Jalen, okay, I got that one. It's not doing good numbers out here in the U.S. Yeah, probably not, but they can't get $5 million guarantee, bro. And he gonna get the UK TV money. He don't give a shit. Really, none of them TMT fighters living up to the hype except Tank and Jack. And Jack, 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? Lil Mac, focus ball, good fella. Would love to talk Black history with you someday, brother. Check out my videos. Yeah, I'm about to check them out, bro. Give me a minute. Hold on, give me a minute. Damn, I put my phone on quiet, and that bitch popped up with 1,000 fucking alerts. 1,000 alerts. Hold on. Let me see. A ton of motherfucking messages. All right, hold on. I gotta find you, bro. Just give me a minute. I asked you on my phone. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna check you out. So let's see. I'm going on my phone now. Okay. We agreed to Gil old shoulder. Eubanks, man, lost to a nigga with one shoulder, bro. One arm, so as long as he got another one. I like Mikey, Lil Mac. I remember him. Okay. Yo, what's going on? 2G's up. What's going on? Best friends, yeah. White boy Rick Holloway and Maserati Rick. Frank Matthews is one of the queen pins to not get caught. So a few of them out there, low key. What shoes do Detroit niggas wear more, Timbs or ones? Shit, man, I don't know what these young niggas wearing no more, bruh. I don't even be paying no niggas no attention. I see a lot of niggas with Nike boots on, man. Nike boots. Them Air Max is coming back. I see more people with Nike boots than Tim's on, but pretty much they wear what everybody else wear. I ain't got no Tim's, man. I don't fuck with Tim's. I got Nike boots. Did you see the Bleacher Report top 50 boxers? They had that boy Flood 12 at all time. That shit had me tripping. Yeah, I wouldn't put him at 12, man. I mean, just thinking about it, you know, you go with Ali, Robinson, Leonard. I'm just naming off names. Duran, Hearns, you go Pernell. I mean, he might even pass Pernell. I'm not sure. It depends on who you talk to. I have to look at Pernell body of work. But, I mean, shit, you talking about Marvin Hagler. You talking about, you know, just heavyweights in general. We talking about, you know, George Foreman was really good. He came back. Uh, you had, you know, Holyfield had a really good career. Riddick Bowe had a good career. You even go back to Liston, who really was had niggas shook. You know, people forget about Floyd Patterson because he didn't have no job, but Floyd Patterson was skilled. You know what I'm saying? So, we had a lot of good fighters. You know, Trinidad De La Hoya was a good fighter, even though he was robbing niggas. You know, you even go back to Willie Pelt. You had people that like Carmen Brazilio. You had guys that got Henry Armstrong. I put aboard Floyd for sure. I mean, it's a lot of fighters out there, man, that I'll put. Archie Moore accomplished a hell of a lot in this sport. I mean, you can just keep going on and on with fighters that's done more than Floyd, but ain't nobody made more money than Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we can talk about all the other shit. If it's about money, then that nigga balling. That nigga's balling. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Boxing talk. Yeah, you got. I mean, it's a lot of boxing talks out there, bro. I mean, which one? The one that's in the chat. You know. Yeah, you got me. Like I told Golden Gloves, I said, shit, you gotta come up with another name, bro. Other than Golden Gloves, bro. That shit hard to find. What's your thoughts on Peter Quillen? Yeah, he got a good fight with Caleb Truex. That's a very losable fight for him. You know. So I like Quillen, but I think he pretty much finished. He should have tried to get the Uzcategui fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? He should have tried to get Uzcategui to fight him for his first title defense. All these dudes, you know, bullshitting. I had Wilder Fighter of the Year. Okay. You forgot about the top of Detroit gangster was Mayor Coleman. Yeah, I talked about him yesterday. I think was giving dudes birds and shit. He was really giving niggas out birds. The mayor. Charlie Burley. I like Lloyd Marshall too. You talk about Black Brothers World, Charlie Burley. You had Wilder over Usyk. I ain't gonna get in the fight of the year. I pick Maurice Hooker, bro. Niggas from the Mint, and that's one thing we all be on. You either get it or use nobody. Niggas still rocking Jambo jeans in Detroit. Man, I don't want nigga. I'll just keep it simple, bro. I'm a Levi nigga. I ain't never wore no Red Monkeys. I ain't never wore no True Religions. They was ugly. I had some Max back in the day, about 7 years ago. Max, that was it. That's because my boy, I guess they dudes had hit some, got him from the store. He worked at the store, and I don't know what the fuck he did. He sold me the outfit. I wore that fucking outfit one time, and that's it. That bitch probably somewhere in my storage unit. I keep it simple, bro. I really rock a lot of local brands, bro. I really support black-owned businesses. A lot of local brands I wear. Before I go buy a Nike sweatsuit, bro, I go buy somebody in Detroit. I go down to 313, or I go to Mr. Allen's to get somebody some local brand shit before I go give my money to these white motherfucker designers or these Italian designers or these designers who don't give shit about the hood. I give my money. I give my money to the local designers in Detroit before I go give them to anybody. I go to Detroit versus everybody. I go, you know, to Mr. Allen's. I go get some. I'll try to find something local now. For a big nigga like me, you know, it's tough to find, you know, jeans and shit. So, you know, that's just what it is. You know, I think Kilo and KO 2X. We'll see. Oh yeah, Jordan's always gonna be big. I got one pair of retro ones, red with the Jordan print on there. Man, I didn't even want them motherfuckers. I went down to Mr. Allen's over there on Jefferson, and I was looking. It's 4th of July like 2 years ago, bro. I was looking for a shoe. They didn't have a shoe, so I didn't want to go nowhere else. So I just settled for the Jordan 1. Other than that, only Jordans I wear are spikes, and it's only 2 particular pair of spikes I like. So I don't really buy Jordans unless it's my 2 favorite ones, bro. And that was the spikes. It is it, you know. So. Man said Cali niggas can't dress. Can't none of these young niggas dress no more. Everybody has some Jabos, bro. Everybody at least that's in their 20s, they late 20s had some Jabos. I remember had the ones with the Jabot strap on them that said Jabot, and they had the pockets on the leg by the shin. Like niggas thought they was a shit. I like 6th grade, bro. Niggas thought they was a shit. I mean, I'm not keep buying the same shoe over and over again, bro. I can't do it, though. I'm not staying in line, bro. I fuck around and I try to get shoes that everybody ain't got, man. Real talk. You know, I got some Nikes. I don't even wear them. I'm talking Adidas. They sweet as fuck. I don't even wear them. Me and my boy got them, man. He got the same pair. I mean, it was so cold. I got them like 2 years ago. I only wore them like 2-3 times. Yeah, let me get off here, man. I'm cold in the motherfucker, man. I'm go give me some tea or some shit, bro. I feel like a nigga coming down with a cold, man. I'm gonna come back with some more content later, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Y'all know what it is, man. We gone.